Hi students, welcome to session 5 of Transport of Substances in Animals and Plants. Students, in the previous session we discussed about the excretory system and we mainly discussed about excretion in humans. Students, I hope you remember that we discussed about the organs of the excretory system and the organs which are helpful or which function in the removal of harmful wastes out from the body are kidneys, ureters, a urinary bladder, and urethra. We also discussed that the formation of urine takes place in the kidneys. But have you ever gave a thought, students, that if these kidneys fail, or if a person's kidney stop working due to some infection or injury, then what will happen? Obviously, because of this kidney failure, waste products will start accumulating in the blood. So such problems cannot survive unless their blood is filtered periodically. So we need to discuss about the process in which the blood can be filtered periodically to make that person survive. So let us now discuss about that process called dialysis. Yes, students, dialysis. Now students, kidneys work in pairs, but they are so efficient that even if one kidney is damaged, a person can lead a healthy life. And in case both the kidneys are damaged, then a person can survive with the help of a regular dialysis or a kidney transplant. Now you see that kidney dialysis is a life support treatment that uses a special machine to filter harmful wastes, salt, and excess fluid from our blood. And this restores the blood to a normal, healthy balance. So dialysis hence rebalances, or it balances or it replaces many of the kidney's important functions. Because as we know that the kidneys are responsible for filtering waste products from the blood. And so we are discussing about dialysis because it is a procedure that is a substitute for many of the normal duties which performs the normal functions of the kidneys. We know that the kidneys are the two organs located on either side of the back of the abdominal cavity, and dialysis can allow individuals to live productive and useful lives even though their kidneys no longer work adequately. In many countries, there are more than 200,000 people who use kidney dialysis techniques on an ongoing basis. So dialysis basically helps the body by performing the functions of failed kidneys. So let us see one more specific definition of dialysis. Yes, dialysis is a method for removing toxic substances from the blood with the help of a machine when the kidneys are unable to do so. And the dialysis machine is also called an artificial kidney. What it is called as? Yes, it is called as an artificial kidney. So basically, we know that the kidney has many roles. Many roles, like the kidneys perform an essential job to regulate the body's fluid balance. It does this by adjusting the amount of urine that is excreted on a daily basis. And on summertime, on hot days, the body sweats more. Thus, less water needs to be excreted out through the kidneys. So on cold days, just as on hot days, on cold days too, the body sweats, but it sweats less as comparison to the hot days. On hot days, thus urine optimum level needs to be removed out. Urine needs to be removed out because it maintains the proper balance within the body. It is the kidney's job to regulate fluid balance by adjusting the urine output. Another major function of the kidney is to remove the waste products that the body produces throughout the day, other than urine. As the body functions, these cells use energy, and the cooperation of the cells produces waste products. Not the cooperation, but the functions or the metabolic waste produced in the body needs to be removed out from the body. So when these waste products are not removed adequately, they build up in the body. So an elevation of waste products as measured in the blood needs to be removed out. And when waste products accumulate, they cause a sick feeling throughout the body. So that is why if the kidneys fail, this is the way for the survival of a person, that he or she can either go for a kidney transplant or he or she can go for a regular dialysis. Basically, what happens in dialysis? Yes, here you can see that there is a beautiful picture which shows that how this dialysis machine works. Now from here, this is the vein, this is artery, and this is its shunt from which this blood passes. Here the blood pumps, and here is the air detector which detects that this hole should not be filled up totally with the blood. There should be some space. Then here is the blood pump which shows that at how much rate the blood is pumping. After that, blood in the tubing flows through dialysis fluid which passes out through the used dialysis fluid. In this way it is excreted. So this is the dialysis machine by which the removal of waste products take place. And then here the fresh dialysis fluid is attached, which again goes to the dialysis machine, and by here it goes again to the blood, right? So by compressed air, this fresh dialysis fluid is also maintained. This used dialysis fluid is collected in this glass beaker or the glass bottle, and from here the compressed air, which also maintains the fresh dialysis fluid, from this it goes to the dialysis machine. After that, detecting air, it again goes into the blood which is present in our body. So in this way the dialysis machine works out. So this dialysis machine or the regular dialysis by a person is very necessary for the removal of waste products if both the kidneys fail. So basically, blood from an artery of the arm is led through the dialysis machine where urea and excess salts are removed. The blood is then led back to the patient's body through a vein, and in a kidney transplant, at least one of the diseased kidneys is replaced with a healthy kidney from a donor. So these are the two ways by which a person can survive. In the case of regular dialysis, this is the scene. And in the case of a kidney transplant, one of the diseased kidneys is replaced with a healthy kidney from a donor. So basically, when do patients require dialysis? It is when the patients usually require dialysis when the waste products in the body become so high that they start to become sick from them. The level of the waste products usually builds up very slowly. So doctor measures the several blood chemical levels to help decide when dialysis is necessary, because this procedure is somewhat painful. So doctors check the measures, or doctor measures the level of some chemicals with which they come to know that whether the dialysis is necessary for the survival of that human being or not. So as these chemical levels rise, they are the indicators of the decreasing ability of the kidneys to cleanse the body of waste products. So doctors use a urine test to measure the level of kidneys function. The patient saves urine in a special container for one whole day, and the waste products in the urine and in the blood are estimated by measuring some level, and by comparing that blood and urine level of the substance, the doctor has an accurate idea of how well the kidneys are working. So this shows that whether dialysis is necessary or not. Even the doctors use some indicators of the patient's status to decide about the need for dialysis. If the patient is experiencing major inability to rid the body out of the excess water, or is complaining of problems with the heart, lungs or stomach, or difficulties with the taste or sensation in the legs, dialysis may be indicated, even though the substance level or the substance clearance in the body has not fallen to some measurement in the body. Right? So in this way, this dialysis machine works. Other than these, we also need to discuss about excretion in plants. We totally discussed about excretion in humans. Now let us discuss about excretion in plants. Students, the main products excreted by plants are carbon dioxide and oxygen. Now you know very well that plants have no special organs for removal of wastes, and the waste products of respiration and photosynthesis are used as raw materials for each other. So oxygen gas produced as a byproduct of photosynthesis is used up during respiration, and carbon dioxide produced during respiration is used up during photosynthesis. So photosynthesis and respiration, they are interrelated with each other, but they are not the same. So excretion is carried out in plants in these ways. Like the main products are excreted by the plants. They are carbon dioxide and oxygen. Carbon dioxide is formed as a result of respiration, and oxygen is formed as a result of photosynthesis. Other than this, excess water also needs to be removed out from the plant body, right? So here you can see the beautiful diagram, the beautiful picture of stomata. Here you can see that there is a leaf structure, out of which they have shown the ultrastructure of stomata. So underside of the leaves, there are small openings known as stomata, singularly called stoma. And these are the guard cells which help the stoma to close and to open. So how the excess water is removed out? Yes, when this stoma is opened, water comes in, and when the stoma closes, water removes out. So excess water is excreted out of stomata, and this process is called transpiration. What it is called? Yes, we discussed it before too. It is called transpiration. So this water basically gets evaporated from the surface, underside surface of the leaves. So other than these, excessive salts also need to be removed out. As here you can see again the picture of stomata. Here you can see the K plus. It's written over here. There are some smaller molecules or the structures which are K plus. K plus means, yes, K plus means they are potassium ions. So K plus is one of the salt which needs to be removed out. If there is a high level of salts present in water or in the soil, these usually get deposited in plants as crystals. So to avoid being deposited as crystals, excessive salts need to be removed out. Other than this, gums, resins and latex also are the excretory products. Like many older plants, they get rid of their toxic wastes in the form of gum, resins and latex. So here you can see one beautiful picture of the rubber tree, and this is latex, right? In fact, we use these secretions to manufacture paints, varnishes, rubber and adhesives, right? So remember students that these secretions are the excretory wastes for the plant, but we, the human beings, can use it in various ways. So students, we discussed that the gaseous wastes like oxygen, carbon dioxide and water vapor are removed through stomata of leaves and lenticels of stems. There are some other waste products too that collect in the leaves and bark of trees, and when the leaves and barks are shed, the wastes are eliminated. Some other waste products are also rendered harmless and then stored in the plant body as solid products like raphides, tannins, resins, gum and rubber. And essential oils are also some of these wastes. Remember students that excretion occurs in plants and animals as they both have waste products to be removed out of their individual bodies. So plants are less complex in structure than animals and have their own means of excretion. Plants eliminate some waste through diffusion. During the day, excess oxygen gas produced by photosynthesis is released through the stomata, and carbon dioxide produced by respiration is normally used up during photosynthesis. Even at night, however, as photosynthesis slows down, carbon dioxide is used up as fast as it is produced and it is released as a waste product. So plants also produce oxygen as a byproduct of photosynthesis, and the oxygen that is not used for respiration is also excreted through the stomata. They also eliminate wastes by the accumulation of waste in the vacuole, which is a very important part of the plant body, very important cell structure. Also leave the cells. So these leaves eventually die and fall off, removing the waste in this process. Have you ever noticed sticky, milky or oily substances being oozed from the bark of trees? Like in this picture, we can see that there is some substance, milky substance. So these are basically excretory products, and maybe resins, gums, latex or any other excretory products. So these products may be poisonous, however, for plants, because these are harmful wastes. But we, the human beings, have found the use of it in everyday life, such as latex, which is used to produce gloves and clothing, and rubber tree, which is used for producing rubber. So this was all In the part of excretory system, we discussed about dialysis and we also discussed about excretion in plants. So we are through with this lesson. In the next session, we will meet with a new lesson with a new topic. Till then, keep learning, keep enjoying, and have fun.